Welcome to Segcast. This week on Segcast, we're on Angel Island, an island in the San Francisco Bay, formerly home to a military base and immigration station, a California state park, and home to one of the newest guided Segway PT tours. Let's talk with Steve Steinberg from Segway of Oakland, proprietor of this beautiful new tour. I'm here with Steve Steinberg of Segway of Oakland. We're here at Angel Island in Tiburon, California, with the grand opening party celebration thing for his new Segway tour. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're doing here, how this got started?
We're just starting a new partnership here with the California State Parks Company, and they had asked us to come out here to do a demo for them. They were interested in renting Segways to the general public, and they had never tried them before, and they were wondering if it would be feasible in doing a rental out here. And we came out and we did a demo for the rangers and some of the people from the California Parks Company. And when we looked at the island and we looked at this hill and stuff here, we saw that this was more challenging than most Segway tours, and any rental company that you rent from doesn't let you just go off on your own and hit something like this for the first time. So we had suggested to them that they do a lesson rental tour, and they didn't want to hire extra personnel to run the operation, so we suggested that we come in and do it for them and do a split on 50-50 on location with them, and they agreed to it, which was really nice because it helped us get in here a lot quicker than we would have been able to if we had just come right out and asked to do it. The Rangers have given the okay. The California State Parks and everybody are looking at this as a pilot program for rentals in other parks, so they're really keeping an eye on what we're going to be doing here this year. And we were thinking about, doing a rental a little bit bigger than our operation in Oakland, which in Oakland we have about 25 units. We rent them out to other companies. Here they wanted us to have on location here 25 units just to start, and they want us to bump it up to 50 units, which I think that'll make us probably the biggest rental company around. I don't think Epcot Center works with 50 Segways. I think they're working somewhere around 24. This island can definitely handle it because there's no traffic on here. The foot traffic's light and the bicycle traffic's not that bad. On a busy day here, they can have 4,000 people on the island, and it's pretty big. I think it's spread out enough that we won't interfere with them. And today we have a decent group here. I think we got about 35 people here on Segways, and we don't seem to be interfering with anything. The tram seems to be getting by. One scraped knee, which is normal. I'm sure more people scrape their knees on bicycles here today than they did on Segways. We're hoping that everything goes good. We had the Blue and Gold Fleet here today asking about booking our tours for us, which will make it a little bit easier. The people come onto the island and they'll already have their boat ticket and their tour paid for, so we basically just supply a service here on the island and just facilitate the people getting off the boat, which is going to be great. And we're going to start daily operations here next Saturday, and we're shooting for 5 tours a day, groups of 10 in each tour, so 50 to start and then bumping it up to 100 if we get busier. And the Bay Area Seg group came out today to show a little bit of support and also help us out a little bit because it shows the parks what it's going to actually look like with this many people riding around on Segways. It gives them a really good idea of what to look for in the summertime. And luckily with Bay Area Seg, everybody here is such a good rider that we don't have to worry about, accidents. We're able to get around the island a little bit quicker. Everything's running a little bit smoother on an operation like we have today. I'm sure on a normal day when we have 50 or 75 new Segway riders out there, it'll be a little bit more hectic and it'll be a little more stressful. But right now, today went perfect. The weather's great out here. The food was really good. And all our customers and people from Bay Area Seg and some media people that all came all had a positive experience. Everybody's walking out of here with that positive feeling, and hopefully everything will just go nice and smooth for us. They asked us to up our insurance, so we double our insurance for what we normally carry on a regular rental operation, and we have to go by strict guidelines of what the California State Parks want us to do and how to operate in a park. And it's going to be an experience running this, but I think we can do it, and we have decent personnel. We have a lot of people that have offered to come in and help us, and hopefully this will be the premier tour on the West Coast. I don't think we'll be as popular as maybe the Paris tour, but I think we'll be a good runner-up.
So is there going to be a historical aspect to the tour, or is it just taking people around the island sightseeing?
No, one of the requirements of the California State Parks is that this is actually a historical tour and a Segway lesson. We have to give you the Segway lesson because it's very hard terrain here to ride on. But historically, this place is just one of the most wonderful places to ride around. There's buildings here from the Civil War period. There's munitions here from an old cannon off a Spanish galleon all the way to Nike missiles on the other side. So we've got every era of military, represented here on the island. It was an army base, hospital, departure center for soldiers going overseas. There's a lot of immigration going on here. And every place you go to on the island, there's a little bit of history just sitting there. On the island here, we have the ability to go inside a lot of these old buildings and explore up there, so it really makes it fun. The Segway helps out in the Angel Island experience because it allows you to cover 3 times the distance in the same amount of time. So what would take you 2 days, 3 days to see on the island, you basically get done in 1 day. And the history is definitely going to be a part of this tour.
Cool. So if somebody wants to find out more about Segway tours here on Angel Island, where can they look? Who do they call? What website do they go to?
They can go to segwayangelisland.com. You could go to angelisland.org or angelisland.com, and you'll get the State Parks website, which has information about the Segway tours. You could go to segwayguidedtours.com, and you'll see that the Angel Island Segway Tour has been listed as a Segway authorized tour. Since we're a dealer and we're going by the authorized tour guidelines, that we're an authorized tour, and it's actually the first authorized tour in a state park.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Steve. You put on a great event here, and I wish you the very best. This is going to be exciting for you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Segcast. Be sure to come back next week for a chat with Matt Dilita, Segway's Director of Regulatory Affairs, about the status of the California EPAM-D law and what you can do in your community for PT acceptance.